Welcome to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi the Light Seer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, 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 good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am your host. I am Mimi the Light Seer, and over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we're about to get into somebody's business. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to all of my guppies, my friends who are on the graveyard shift, to all my folks that can't sleep like me right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good evening to all of our international family. Now, just for a little bit of context, it is pouring, as you can hear. It is raining cats and dogs outside. And to be honest with you, I woke up about 45 minutes ago to thunder and lightning. And not only did I hear said thunder and lightning, but I woke up and I heard an earworm. And I was just like, okay. And I tried to fight it. I did. But before we go there, I want to start out today's reading with just highlighting a few things. Number one, if you are new to Pisces Tarot, go ahead and put a star in the chat. If you are a returning guest, go ahead and put a fish in the chat. I would love to recognize all of our new and returning friends to the sea. You know, it gets messy over here at Pisces Tarot. So welcome, 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 whether you're new or you are returning guests. Your participation goes a long way, right? Also, I want to be able to just cover with you today's agenda for the reading. First, we'll do a brief meditation and sound bowl cleanse. Welcome, Eternal. First, we'll do a brief meditation and sound bowl cleanse. Then I will go into some insights and give you this earworm that I just mentioned that I have. I will then do an overall energy reading for this reading. I will confirm everything that I told you with the tarot cards, as well as last but not least, give you some closeout for what I feel like, based on the energy, will be some good best next steps for you and your person that's involved in this reading. But before we get started, let's just go ahead and just do a quick 3 deep breaths. Hold it for 4 seconds and release it for 4 seconds. We're going to do that 3 times just to put ourselves in a position of receiving. So let's go ahead and just do that. Inhale. Hold on something positive that you want to receive a little bit more of. If it's love that you want to receive, inhale the feeling of love. Okay? Inhale the feeling of love. Good morning. Inhale the feeling of love. Hold it for 4 seconds and release the feeling, the opposite feeling that you're trying to get rid of, right? That's how we're going to do that, okay? So here we go. And then we're going to do the sound bowl cleansing. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I love doing that, y'all. It is the most intoxicating thing that you can do for yourself. All right, here we go. As I make the bowl move, let me put this coffee cup down. Here we go. If I can get it together today. Here we go. Sometimes she works, sometimes she don't. And today is one of those days she said, I ain't going. Spirit, we welcome you into this place to give us clear and precise messages. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, y'all. If y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to go ahead. Yes, it is. Go ahead. And I want you to put in the chat your hand clapping emojis if y'all ready to get into it. Go ahead. Let's put those hand clapping emojis and let's get into it, because I promise y'all, listen, if this wasn't a loud need to speak to y'all right now, I would still be in the bed. It's pouring down raining outside. But Spirit said, get up and tell them what you got to tell them. So that's why I am here, y'all. So if y'all ready to get into this, let's go ahead and get those hand clapping emojis. Let's go ahead and get those hand clapping emojis, because child, I promise you, it's a beautiful one. Here we go. All right, y'all. So before I do any reading, I always take time to reflect upon the immediate energies that Spirit is sharing with me. And as I previously mentioned in the beginning of this reading, I woke up about 45 minutes ago and I heard a divine earworm. Okay. And this song is a relatively new song, and there's been a lot of controversy around the album that this particular record was on. But this is a 2024 release from Beyonce, and it is called Two Hands to Heaven. Okay, Two Hands to Heaven. And if you ask me my personal opinion, this was one of the better records on this album. Okay, not here to debate the album. I'm not here to talk about none of that. I just want to talk about this record. And exactly what I am hearing right now. It is a lengthy read of lyrics, so please bear with me as I go through exactly what I'm hearing, because I'm hearing it. Oh, it's 2:22 in the morning. Hey. I am hearing specifically this piece of the song, okay? And it's the longest song on this album. But what I'm specifically hearing is 10,000 steps towards the time of your life. Two hands to heaven, my whiskey a pie. Oh, only God knows why though. Rhinestones and diamonds both shine in the light. Two hands to heaven, coyotes run wild. Oh, God only knows why though. Two hands to heaven, I've prayed. Priest, please forgive my soul. Lovely daggers pierced by my heart many moons ago. Toxic roses chased by wolves and carnivores. Lost virgins with broken wings that will regrow. Okay. And so she goes on to say, this the real you, huh? This the real me, huh? They can't do nothing but envy. Bliss, please. Your love run through me like lava. Pull my fit over these hips. Okay. Now I'm gonna stop there, because that's really where I'm hearing the song right now. I'm not hearing the rest of it, but it really starts. It stops where she says, "Bliss, please." Okay, bliss, please. Now, when I first heard this song, I've always processed this as being a song about a release, right? When you say two hands to heaven, what are you doing? If you're holding your hands up, right, you're releasing, you're surrendering, you're not holding on to something, okay? But then it's also the aspect of her saying, only God knows why though. So this may be causing you to start drinking, right? But she's saying only God knows why though. But she's pointing out that diamonds and rhinestones both shine in the light. Okay, so there's the presentation of something that is real. There's a presentation of something that is fake. But when you're looking at both of these things, you can't tell which one is who. Okay, and then it's like, but only God knows why though. Okay, and then it's saying, you know what? I'm releasing this. I'm surrendering this. I've prayed. I'm asking for forgiveness. Lovely daggers pierced my heart many moons ago. Toxic roses chased by wolves and carnivores. Like, I've been scarred. I've been hurt before. This has been so damaging. But with the proper healing, once I've released myself of these things, proper healing would allow me to regrow my wings again, okay? So let's get into this, because I want to know exactly what is she talking about. What is this talking about, and how does this apply to this particular reading, y'all? So if y'all ready to get into this to figure out who is possibly surrendering, who feel like they've been hurt and they're asking for forgiveness, okay? I mean, there's so many different ways we can go with this, right? But she's saying this is the real you and this is the real me, huh? But this feels good to me. So if y'all ready to really get into this energy read, I need y'all to go ahead and find those drums and put those drums in the chat. Go ahead and find those drums and put those drums in the chat, because baby, I'm telling you, I want to know what was so urgent, what was so emergent, what was so important that I had to get up out of my bed at 1:30. All right, so here we go, y'all. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Drum, please. If they gonna work today. Look, y'all, how I'm gonna hit the drums, and then I don't even have the volume up. Bear with me, y'all. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. All right, here we go. All right, y'all, so let's get into this reading. Spirit, you are being called here into the divine. I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone. Siri, nobody is asking you for anything. I promise you, Apple's gonna owe me so much money. All right, here we go. Spirit, you are welcome here. We call upon the divine white light to come and speak to us with clear and precise messages for those who are here, those who are present, those who will be here in the future. Give us clear and precise messages. Communicate with us and explain to us what this earworm is about. Show me clear and precise messages for the harm of none and for the benefit of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and amen, 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 amen. Protect the energy of me. Protect the energy of those who are involved in this reading. Protect the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, y'all. So the overall energy reading is divine matrix, okay? A divine matrix. Now, if you look closely at this card, you see there being some type of spiral here, right? Which is encapsulated within the gold. Like there's like some type of morphing that is happening here. But also with that spiral, this is about renewal, movement, life force, growth, and awareness, okay? But you see also that there is like the shaping of a head spiritually here. Okay, that's what that is. That's like a 3D image of someone's head being scanned. But it's also tapping into this, okay? And so what I will say to this is that there is some type of renewal taking place here within this timing, right? There is an opening. There is a renewal process that is happening. This is very much so, I mean, like when you think about the matrix, right? When we talk about the matrix, we're talking about what's real and what is really not real, right? You go through a period of trying to assess and better understand. So if you're talking about going through the matrix and then you add the complexity to it being divinely orchestrated, this is a spiritual growth and transformation that we're talking about here that is going to require action of you, okay? But this may seem or feel like this is something that is beyond you, because that's where the surrendering is coming from. Okay, that's where the surrendering is coming from. Now, what is some truth that we need to hear right now for our journey? What is some truth that we need to hear right now for our journey? I apologize. This is a little bit. What is some truth that we need to hear right now for our journey? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is some truth that we need to hear right now for our journey? The truth that we need to hear right now for our journey is relationships. I am attracted to people who serve my higher good. Okay? So this is about you learning how to tap into having higher, healthier relationships, relationships that have purpose, relationships that have meaning. Remember, the earworm, she says, rhinestones and diamonds both shine in the light. Okay? So this is requiring you to look at things from a fresh and new perspective and trusting, right? Because you have the authentic product and you have the knockoff product, right? There's a counterfeit. It feels like there is an opportunity here to choose, right? There's an opportunity here to choose. So are you going to pick what's real, things that serve your highest good, or are you going to return to things that are damaging and hurtful, things that take you out of your highest good? Okay? There's an opportunity here. And it's up to you to decide how you want to go through this, right? But we're talking about someone releasing something and asking for forgiveness because they recognize that they may be making poor decisions because they've been hurt before, right? Now, what are the guides of the hidden realms trying to tell us today? What are the guides of the hidden realms trying to tell us today? All the blessings everywhere. So this is about receiving gifts from the universe and synchronicities, okay? Now, what you'll notice that the colors on this card is very colorful, similar to the card that we originally pulled out with the Divine Matrix, okay? This is about all of the blessings being everywhere, receiving gifts from the universe and the synchronicities, getting confirmation, okay? Getting and receiving confirmation that this is what you're supposed to be doing. Recognizing that these are blessings, right? Once you get into a space of surrendering, you start to see how things flow to you a little bit more with ease and effort, right? So there is an opportunity here for you to walk in your highest calling, for your highest purpose, for one of you anyway, that is. But the question is, are you going to return to things that have previously hurt you, or are you going to go move forward with somebody else, somebody new, somebody that's been divinely called into your life? Are you fighting against the flow? Are you going to settle for the rhinestone, or are you going to settle for the diamond? They both shine. And I mean, the perfect example of this is now when you go to the jewelry store, they're pushing lab created diamonds. And honest to God, you can't tell the difference between the lab created diamond and the authentic diamond, right? So that's the perfect example of this, right? Which is where this release is coming from. Now, let's see what the mermaids have to say. Lost civilization. Find inspiration in collective vision and let the synergy of community guide your path. Let inspiration in the collective vision. Find inspiration in the collective vision and let the synergy of community find your path. So my guess is this is also going in alignment with gifts from the universe and synchronicities, right? This is about you being open and knowing that this is about, again, the head, the divine matrix, right? What are you allowing spirit to get through to you? And how are you allowing spirit to get through to you? I just heard God has been showing you signs this whole time about things, showing you specifics. And there has been an ignoring of that awareness. You've been seeing signs, you've been seeing flags, you've been seeing and picking up on the things that like never before, and there's been an ignoring of that. But this is trying to point your attention to something specific that is going to help you better understand that this particular relationship that you may have been focused on, the fake, the knockoff, the counterfeit, quality relationship is not the same. These two, one is not like the other. Okay, one is not like the other. Now, how has this been showing up for us in our day-to-day lives, spirit? How has this been showing up for us in our day-to-day lives? Daydreaming. Somebody is living in the clouds right now. Okay? You may be very, very confused right now about what's going on. You may be feeling, yeah, I can definitely understand why you're feeling confused right now. Because you're being presented the challenge of picking and choosing the right thing. And trying to understand, am I reacting out of faith or am I reacting out of fear? My spirit is calling me to do one thing, but then my soul is calling me to do another. Okay? What is the soul whisper? What is the soul whisper? Yeah, you're being called into a spirit and a season of surrendering, letting go, taking your hand off the wheel. Belong, okay? Belong with the cardinal. All right? Now, for those of you who may be new to Pisces Tarot, this is the only time you will ever see me read from a book. But I love these messages, and this is where I appreciate the thoughtfulness behind each design and each message of the author when it comes to this particular deck of cards. Growth is painful. Change is painful. But nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere that you don't belong. Okay, let me read this again because I feel like this is speaking to the decision that has to be made here. Growth is painful. Change is painful. But nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere that you don't belong. Now is the perfect time to seek out the company of those who share similar beliefs and ideas with your own. If your current circle is not supportive of what you're striving toward, it may be necessary to limit the amount of time you spend with these people and seek out others who will support your endeavors, which goes back to the need for the community. Finding inspiration in the collective vision and let the synergy of your community guide your path. That goes back to this right here, okay? Humans tend to mimic the attitudes and behaviors of the people they are surrounded by. If you desire to make change in your life, you should begin by looking at those around you to determine whether those individuals reflect the person you desire to be. If you find that they have competing goals or values, it may be time to seek out those whom you feel a greater sense of alignment. When you Find a tribe where you truly belong. You will allow yourself to flourish. Let me also say, this is also to you a gift from the universe, right? In finding those synchronicities and those alignments with others. These are blessings that are stored around you, okay? Now, this is about you identifying your tribe, your community, your kin folks, or kin spirits, I should say, and also about you collaborating with others. But this is also about you overcoming the disconnects, the disassociations, the differing or the opposing energies. And remember, I said to that point, the earworm is talking about a diamond and the rhinestone both looking the same in the light. Not being deceived, surrendering and letting go of those things that are not serving your greatest and your highest good. Okay? This is about your base chakra today. All right? And living in a group and eating in a cluster, the sparrow chooses with its kin in order to protect itself against predators. In order to thrive, humans must be a part of a group that share a common purpose, okay? Now, for those of you who may not be aware, over here at Pisces Tarot, we have talked about the 121 various chakras that go from the above your body into the many, many dimensions that exist out there to below your body, right? But for some reason in this lifetime, we only focus on the 7 chakras, which the base chakra is not a part of, right? So let me look this up and bring this to your attention. The base chakra is at the center of your spine, okay? Which is also affiliated with the root chakra, okay? And this is how you're linked to your ability to dig in and to feel rooted in your life, okay? So this is about you feeling grounded, all right? We call it the root chakra, okay? Not necessarily the base chakra. So I don't know if there's an alignment there with what they're referring to, but when I Googled it, that's what it came up as saying. Now, that's a lot. That's a lot. All right, so let's try to pull some insights to figure out what we're about to be talking about here, because Spirit talks to us in a variety of different ways. And not only that, but it's important to know that when we get these insights, it gives us some clues and some context as to what specifically we're talking about, because the energy reading is very high level. But it definitely feels like something is being orchestrated that is going to cause you to have a strong sense of awakening. Okay? There's a strong sense of awakening happening here. And this is where you're having the opportunity to go through a life force shift. This is growth. This is awareness. This is a change that needs to happen. And you are being called to focus on the quality of your relationships. Stop surrounding yourself with people who do not take you higher. People who are not elevating you, right? You can either settle for the con, the rhinestone, or you can settle for the diamond. But by no means is Spirit ever going to give you a counterfeit. There are going to be some drawbacks to that, right? Now, our first insight to this is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? So there may be an air sign involved in this. There may be an air sign involved in this. There may be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius that may be involved in this, okay? This could be a third-party person somewhere. And remember, the earworm also spoke to not only the surrender, but praying for peace and forgiveness of the soul. But what I was specifically going to reference is that the lovely daggers pierced my heart many moons ago. Toxic roses chased by wolves and carnivores. Lost virgins with broken wings that will regrow. right? This is speaking to the hurt. This is speaking to the pain. This is speaking to the disillusionment, the discontentment, the heartache that comes along with taking the risk of love, right? And just asking for forgiveness. Because it's like, when you've been hurt before, I don't know about you, but when you've been hurt before, you get to the point where you just shut everything down and you're not open to receive it.
All a bunch of bullshit.
And it gets difficult. It gets challenging, right? The cleanse, detox, ridding negativity, and purification. So this is going towards what I pointed to when we first pulled our first card with the divine matrix. Okay, there is a renewal that is taking place. There is a growth mindset that is being required of you. You are being brought to awareness of something of some sort, letting you know you got choices. You got choices, but one is not like the other. Okay. The T is it might drive you to drinking. Like, okay, you know. The T is hustling, making it rain, focused on getting money, getting it. So somebody's priorities may have been on getting money, making it rain, okay? Not necessarily focusing on the quality of the relationship, all right? The true emotion here is ten steps to heaven towards the time of your life. When you think about 10,000 steps, you know, it is recommended that you take 10,000 steps in a day. So that's a lot of walking, right? But it's only so simple, like a day's journey. All right, the true emotion here is seeing someone's true colors. Okay, seeing someone's true colors. What lies beneath all of this? What lies beneath all of this? Expecting new beginnings, okay? So somebody may have children, or either will be having children with somebody, okay? Or this is a part of a journey, okay? We'll find out more here in a second. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Surrendering the hurt is what I just heard. Two hands to heaven, I've prayed. Priest, forgive my soul. Lovely daggers pierced my heart many moons ago. Toxic roses chased by wolves and carnivores. Lost virgins with broken wings that will regrow. Okay? And she says, this the real you? This the real me. Okay? Now, when we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Deuces, fed up, cutting ties, walking away. All right? I definitely feel like there's going to be a choice made between two people. One is not like the other. Wow, y'all, listen. When I just picked up this deck to go shuffle, this image back here, this circular thing reminded me of this. That's what caught my attention. Okay. This card is about fate and fortune. All right. What is the yin and the yang? What is the yin and the yang? What is the yin and the yang? Union, soulmate energy, decisions. Told y'all. A proposal, integration of yin and yang energies. Okay. So there's going to be a union of some sort. There is definitely a decision that's going to be made. Two, 10 steps to heaven to the time of your life. 2 steps to heaven, my whiskey a pot, only God knows why though. Rhinestones and diamonds both shine in the light. 2 hands to heaven, coyotes run wild. Only God knows why though. I feel like there's with this surrendering that we've been talking about, there is a conversation being had with self. Like, you can do this. It's only 10,000 steps, a day's worth of walking towards the time of your life. All right. So this is about a story. We're getting a lot of bird energy today. This is about you being like the Queen of Hearts with the Queen of Cups. Okay. The surrendering, protecting yourself, providing for yourself, being prepared, going places, doing things, ready to take flight, ready to elevate, ready to walk into what is meant for you to walk into. What is blocking this relationship from thriving? What is blocking this relationship from thriving? Past trauma. I told y'all this is about there being a surrendering. Past trauma. You need to take time to heal yourself and heal your past trauma before moving on. So we started out this reading talking about the surrendering, right? And realizing and assessing and understanding that one is not like the other. You're going to have a opportunity here to decide and decipher whether or not, excuse me, you settle for the rhinestone or you settle for the diamond. But one is not like the other. One is not like the other. Okay? One is definitely not like the other. All right? They both shine. They both shine. They both come through. You know, they both give the same presentation and the same image. That doesn't mean that they're the same, right? Last but not least, does this person love you or not? Does this person love you or not? Oof. Okay, so I saw 2 cards, but this one was turned over backwards. The one that was selected was, am I good enough for you? So somebody is feeling definitely insecure about this relationship right now, which is giving them conflicting emotions, okay? Conflicting emotions, all right? Now, before we move on and figure out whose business we're about to get into, let me make sure we got this right. I definitely feel like person A here is going through a mental cleansing. Okay, they're detoxing, they're ridding themselves of negativity, and they're purifying their sense of self and worth. I do feel like they're starting to see someone's true colors here. Okay, I absolutely feel like they may be having the opportunity of picking an option here. They're having to heal their past traumas. Okay, that's the surrendering that we're talking about with the 2 hands to heaven. Okay, that's the surrendering that we're talking about. It's also them being in the position of, you know, being within this growth mindset and this divine matrix, also them finding the relationships that are for their highest good, but also leveraging the collective thought, right? Also leveraging the blessings that are everywhere and how they're manifesting for you, right? So all of that is there. I definitely do feel like they are working towards coming into a soulmate union. I definitely feel like they're coming into a soulmate union. And I feel like once they get into that position, okay, I feel like they will be walking into a new beginning with somebody else. I feel like person B may have a third sign, air sign somewhere, a third party air sign somewhere. This person may have been feeling insecure, not feeling like they were good enough for this person A to begin with. That may have made them frustrated, made them feel fed up, like they're cutting the ties and walking away. This also may be pushing them to get into a position of where they're going to new levels and new heights. And they may be refocusing their energy on hustling and making it rain and getting it together. Okay? Person B's energy feels like it's all over the place anyway. But I also feel like this is the great illusion that is being dispelled right now, right? Because we're talking about someone, a rhinestone compared to a diamond. Okay? So what I'm saying is here is that with this particular person, okay, with this particular person, this is the counterfeit. You've been presented with two things. One is not like the other. What's coming, oh, this is good. What's coming is what is the actual diamond. But what you've been holding on to right now is the counterfeit. It's not real. One is not like the other. That's why you're being encouraged to take 10,000 steps towards the time of your life. Surrender. Do whatever you got to do. Rely on the input and insight from those around you. Start manifesting what it is that you really truly want. But get into that growth mindset of being attracted to those who serve your greatest and your highest good. And once you start looking at it that way, you'll start to see that this person is not really, or was never really capable of being the person that you're coming into union with. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. All right. Whew. If y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to put those drums in this chat because I want to know whose business is this? Whose business is this? Because this is a lot to, boy. Here we go. One thing is for sure is that when we talk about this air sign is here, we are definitely talking about this is the dagger. Okay, we talked about it. This person's insecurity is the dagger that pierced the heart that we're talking about with this reading. Okay, so in the song, she says, lovely daggers pierced my heart many moons ago. This is the heartbreak that this person has been holding on to and not letting go of it because of the fact that it's a fear base. Like, I'm just going to stay here instead of surrendering and trusting that what's to come is better than what I've already had. Yeah. All right, Spirit. Whose business is this? 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 Ooh, I'm I'm kind of happy for person A, whoever business this is. Like, you just don't know. You about to walk into the biggest blessing of your life. It just don't feel like it right now because it's painful. That's why she's saying 10,000 steps towards the time of your life. All right, here we go. Person A is coming in right now as a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in the 10 of Cups in reverse. Shattered dreams. I told y'all, this is the broken dagger. It pierced the heart. Shattered dreams, broken family, domestic disharmony, disconnection, misalignment of values, and struggling relationships. Okay? This person is coming in right now heartbroken. Okay? This is not what they expected. They are starting to see this person's true colors that they've been dealing with. This is the cleanse. This is the mind shift that we're going through. This is the divine matrix and realizing this relationship that you have currently, or either is coming out of currently, is the rhinestone. But what is coming is the diamond. Okay? Spirit, who is person B? Who is person B? Now remember, as we shift to potential energies that are involved, okay? As we shift to potential energies involved, it's important to know that I read for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, okay? Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Lastly, person B is coming in right now as a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're coming in as a King of Swords, upright, head over heart, decisions, disciplined, truthful, honest, mental clarity, and authority. Okay, so this person could also have fire energy in their chart too. Okay, this person could also have fire energy in their chart as well. All right, but I deeply feel like person B has always operated from a space of insecurity. All right, they've always operated from a space of insecurity, which is why they've always entertained a third party. That's also an air sign. Oh, let's go ahead. Listen, child, I want to know whose business are we about to get into. I'm about to drill in. I listen, I don't judge, I just read. We're going to investigate, and then we're going to come on out of this, all right? So if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to put those magnifying glasses in the chat because, child, I feel so happy for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're really coming into an awareness. You're stepping into your higher self. But it's only if you want that. All right, here we go.
I should have followed my own. I should have followed my own intuition. I should have followed my own. I knew it. I should have followed my own. 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 Willing.
All right, Spirit, what is going on with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What is going on here? If you've never heard today's earworm, I want you to go and listen to this song after the reading. The song is called Two Hands to Heaven by Beyonce. And you'll hear what I'm referencing, okay? Now, person A, you are presently, this is the insights, this is the foundational energy, this is the present energy. Presently, you're coming in as the Nine of Cups, okay? You're coming in feeling full. You're coming in feeling like, I know what is possible, okay? I'm seeing it. I am actually attaining all of my heart's dreams and desires, right? But it's also realizing that there's been a lot of hurt. There's been a lot of betrayal here. That's where this past trauma is coming from, okay? It's you realizing I am full because it is the divine energy that is coming to you. You are having dreams right now. You're seeing all the synchronicities. You're receiving the community support. You have an influx right now, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, of people that are around you, supporting you and encouraging you through this. And because of this, it's like I'm walking into the best season of my life and I'm full. These are my dreams, to have this richness surrounding me. But it is also the feeling of, overindulging in a sense, right? Because how do you deal with past trauma? You have to have self-awareness. You got to be doing shadow work. You got to be doing so many different things. And so it definitely feels as though Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in the past has been processing the loss of this other relationship. But this other relationship is still holding on. It has a grasp on them, right? And it's coming into the realization that, okay, what I've been dealing with this other person may not have been the diamond that I thought it was. It may not have been the diamond that I thought it was. And so this is about you realizing that I can have whatever I say I have. I can do whatever I say I want to do because I'm being divinely guided for my greatest and my highest good. And this is about, what does this look like for you in this season? You have the right to decide what you want to do. Okay? And how are you going to obtain what it is that you want? If you putting it out there, like I said in the very beginning of this reading, and you can go back and listen to it, this is about you aligning yourself with a growth mindset to things that are only here for your greatest and your highest good. Okay? But you have to release this trauma in order for you to walk into the things that you're trying to manifest. All right? Now, this air sign that is here, person B, their current energy is coming in as the Hermit. Okay? They are going through major introspection right now themselves. And the reason why that is here is because they've decided to possibly abandon this relationship and move forward towards this other person, this other air sign, this other Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And this was really predicated upon them also feeling insecure, also them feeling like they weren't good enough for this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Instead of them elevating, it was always about financial aspects and financial responsibilities. I feel strongly like person B has been coming in from a very I'm not going to call it a negative mindset, but from a very low vibrational place. Okay? They come with these false narratives about what manhood truly looks like, for example, right? And so for them, they're thinking and operating from the false narrative that being a man is about being a provider. Yes, that is true. But that's not it. That's not all that this encompasses, right? And so that's where they're having to go through this whole mental shift themselves, right? And making head over heart decisions, right? And it's like, okay, listen, going back to this Queen of Hearts or Queen of Cups energy. I'm here. I'm full of love. I have these things for you. But the reality is there's no way I can compete where I don't compare. And so this is where the discernment of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is starting to come in, because you're realizing that this situation is the rhinestone. It's not real. That's where in the earworm she says, diamonds and rhinestones both shine in the light, but one is not like the other. And so this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is coming into the awareness that they have been settling for something that is not nearly as robust as what is coming down the pipe for them. You understand? And this is why Spirit has been bringing them into this mental mind shift. There has been a divine matrix to try to get them to grow and to process and to focus. There's been some discontentment and misalignments here for quite some time because Spirit is trying to show you it is time for you to leave this situation alone. You continuously go back to this old thing that is not the best and highest good for you. And if you listen to the encouragement of your friends and of your community, you will realize that this is not giving you what it could be giving you. It's just, simply put, it's not it. It's not it. Okay? Now, the positives in all of this is the Two of Wands. Okay? You get to decide what you want to do. You get to decide where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to play it, right? You get to decide all these things. You get to do all of the assessment yourself. Because one thing about life is that we all have the willpower and the capability to make our own decisions, okay? We're all free mortal beings. We can make our own decisions. But the question is, are you going to make the right decision? Are you going to make the best decision, right? And so this is where you may be doing a lot of introspect, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio yourself, and doing self-help, right? And looking and evaluating, okay, like what are these different things? If you're a guppy and you've been here to Pisces Tarot before, you know that we have been talking immensely about doing the inner work on our inner soul, our inner child, right? With the inner working of relationships, and that book will be linked in the bio, right? But recognizing that we all have trauma and pain, which is where this past trauma is here, that affects how we intercept and receive love from other people, that shapes and forms our biases. So you're having to do the work yourself. That is the positive thing. It's like, okay, enough harm has come from this relationship to the point of which you've had to take a step back and reassess for yourself whether or not this is something that is helpful for you and your highest good or not. And once we've gotten to this point, I think you realize that it's time for you to accept the fact that you need to cleanse. That is the decision that you're making. You're seeing this person's true colors. This person never was the person that you thought that they were. They never were. They never were. All right? The consequence here is that you don't want to let go of what you thought what once was. You don't want to move on. And you're needing that extra level of help, right? You're needing that extra level of support that we've been talking about that is coming from the community, the other people that are around you in large. So you're being aligned with people who are in your community, friendship circles, maybe parents, ancestors, right? Grandparents, people who have that wisdom that could really pour into you what, you know, a real healthy, vibrant relationship looks like. You may even be going to therapy right now, right? But now that you have all of these people pouring into you, it is coming up as a consequence because now it's really drawing your attention to the fact that the way that this person has been treating you is less than ideal. It's not healthy. And this is where the surrendering of the two hands to heaven is coming in, as per the earworm. And realizing you've been operating from a place of hurt because this person has hurt you. This is the dagger that's been in your heart. Understanding that you have been in a relationship with somebody, they've been entertaining somebody else, they ain't really been taking you serious. Like that can be detrimental when you start really getting that feet, because like now you keep hearing those repeated messages over and over and over again. And that's where those blessings are everywhere, the synchronicities. People are saying the same thing over and over again. And you're just sitting here like, okay, I can't believe that my mama just said that. I mean, we've all been there before. When somebody repeats something else that somebody else was just talking to you about, or the same conversation comes up within a certain period of time, and you're just like, you don't want to talk about it, right? You don't want to talk about it. And that's where this is starting to really penetrate your soul to let you know that it's time for you to move forward towards making new beginnings. And this is where these decisions are coming from. You continue on this path, you're just going to continue to be wasting your time. That's what that's about. All right? What this is trying to teach you. You're going against the flow of life. You're going against the flow of life with this Wheel of Fortune. Okay? You're not where you're supposed to be. You're out of alignment. And then you wonder why this continues to be painful. I keep going back to the comparison. One is not like the other. A diamond and a rhinestone both shine in the light. They both shiny, but one of it is not real. And I feel strongly as though as you go through this point of surrendering and walking into this growth mindset, like there is something significant that is happening in this relationship that is causing you to really take a step back and look at it and be like, maybe my mama and them is really right about you. Maybe I am outgrowing you. Maybe I have outgrown you, right? And I was resistant. I was hesitant. I refused to want to make the decision because I feel connected and drawn to this. I love you. Okay, I have been here with you all this time. But it's starting to realize that I love you, but you don't love me. Not the way that I deserve and desire to be loved, okay? Now, what you need to do to heal? It's time for you to really get your hope and your inspiration back with this Stairway to Light card or the Star card. It's really about you reassessing what you want your values and your dreams to look like and how you want them to look like when it comes to your relationships. And that's where this daydreaming card here is coming into play. Right? In the past, you've surrounded yourself with people who did not align with you and your values. You were aligned with people, you were placing yourself in positions that you don't belong in. And now that you're starting to realize, I did this too. Okay? It wasn't just you. I did this too. This is you being held accountable, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, for the poor decisions that you have made as well. Okay, so you really get a choice in this as you go through this cleanse. But there's still a surrendering here, knowing that you don't have everything and all that it takes for you to be able to move forward. There is still an opportunity here for you to get it together, right? Now, you're being encouraged to do so quickly. Okay, with this 8 of Wands energy. This is something that you're not being encouraged to like hold off and delay anymore. Okay. With this 8 of Wands energy, you need to be sharp and very precise and very decisive in how you dissolve this relationship. Right? It's no more pandering. It's no more meandering. It's no more pussyfooting around and being indecisive. You're very clear that this relationship is no longer serving you. Okay, you're very clear about that. But for some reason or another, you've been hesitant about making that decision. And the question is why? Either you're going to make a faith over fear decision, or you're going to make a poor decision to settle for mediocrity because this rhinestone is not like this diamond. They both shine, but one's real and one is fake. And if you continue to stay in this situation with this other air sign, you realize that this is the counterfeit. This is the counterfeit. And here we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay? Part of it is you've been hoping, praying and wishing that this person would just come to their senses. But the reality is, They don't feel secure enough for you. They don't feel as though they have what it takes, which is probably why they've been stepping out the whole time anyway. And I do feel strongly as though they have also been feeling the urge to cut this off and walk away as well. There is a divine matrix. There's a divine shift. There's a divine alignment that is bringing awareness to the fact that this is no longer sustainable the way that it is. Their priorities are not your priorities. Their dreams and aspirations are not your dreams and aspirations. There is definitely misalignments here. And in order for you to walk into the season that you're being primed for, the season that you're being called to walk into, it's a huge step, but it's really not that big of a step, right? But it's also causing you to feel so uncomfortable that you have to make a move, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You have to. Okay? I go back to the earworm, okay? Which is adding a lot of context to this reading, right? 10,000 steps towards the time of your life. 2 hands to heaven. My whiskey up high. God only knows why though. Rhinestones and diamonds both shine in the light. 2 hands to heaven. Coyotes run wild. Oh, only God knows why though. So this is the other part, right? 2 hands to heaven. I prayed, priest, please forgive my soul. Lovely daggers pierced my heart many moons ago. Toxic roses chased by wolves and carnivores. Lost virgins with broken wings that will regrow. Okay? This is about the surrendering. This is about the art of letting go. Not being afraid to take the first step to get towards the best time of your life. And that's what's here in your energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The moment you decide, I don't want this anymore. This is defrauding me and robbing me of the good quality life that's out there. I'm hearing these messages. I'm seeing these messages everywhere. You're having the dreams. You're seeing things. Like, it is definitely coming to you. Like, you're seeing all of this. You're seeing all of this. You're feeling it. But for some reason, you're just refusing to walk into it. And that's what this is about. The minute you release this and start working on your healing will be the minute that you start walking into the things that are really here for you. You have decisions. You have decisions to make. And once you move on from this person, guess what, baby? You're going to start having new beginnings. You're going to be expecting new things. Like, your life is just going to take off. Because now you're in alignment. Now you're in alignment. Now, this is not going to look favorably at all. As you start to go through this process, all the truth is starting to come out. All the lies that you have been told, all the delusion, all of the pain, all the heartbreak, all of the deceit, everything is starting to come out. And it's definitely not looking good for this area, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's definitely not looking good for them at all. All of the third party connections, all of the insecurities, all of the things that have been going. Listen, I feel like this person kept lying to you and telling you that they was at work when they really weren't at work. They were really entertaining this other person. That's going to start coming out. Okay. Their lack of desire to really move forward. If you've been wanting something more serious and more stable, that's starting to come out, that this is not what they want. Okay. And here it is. Okay. There's going to be a very hard conversation that's going to be had. A very difficult conversation. But I feel like this is a necessary conversation because this is what's going to show you their true colors, which is going to perpetuate and further strengthen the argument about why you need to shed this negativity. This is not a good quality relationship. It never has been. But out of fear and resistance for the inability to be able to move on, like you've just been holding on. Like, have you ever been in a space of settling just because you don't want to be alone? That is the energy. That is the nature of what is happening here. You have somebody who is taking the L because they don't want to start over again. They're lacking the faith and the confidence in themselves to be able to move forward. And you don't have to. You don't have to at all. Now, I definitely feel like once you move on from this situation, once this painful conversation is had, this is going to make you take a step back and reflect. This is going to make you take a step back and to reflect. Not just on this particular situation, because I feel like this partnership with this Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is going to speak for itself. I don't know why I keep bringing up Aries. They may have a lot of Aries in their chart because I did mention that this person could have fire placements. But I do feel like once you have taken a step back and assessed, you're going to take the time to heal. Okay, you're going to definitely take the time to heal, and you're definitely going to start to focus on those things that are going to bring you joy and lifelong fulfillment. And you're going to realize just how disappointed you are. We have the Star card clarifying the Star card. Okay, so whereas you initially had your hope in this person, you're going to be very disappointed to learn the truth. The things that you you know how when people are hurt, you know how all the secrets, they start letting all the secrets spew out because they don't care anymore? That's what's happening here. So like this person has not only put a dagger in your heart, but they're churning it and they are drilling it in like the knives that are in your back right now. It ain't just enough that they have stabbed you. They are going to turn it and dig it because they're angry. They're angry that they're being exposed. And this is going to make you feel very disappointed. Like at this point, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, once you move on from this person, baby, you're going to be so excited that you no longer are dealing with this person no more. It's going to be hurtful. But you're just going to be so thankful for the illumination that this has brought you. Because you had no idea what type of person you was dealing with. And here it goes. Taking back the love. Taking back what you've given them. Dropping the ball. You had no idea that this person was this conniving. That this person was this devilish. Like you had no idea. No idea. But now that you know what you know, you're able to walk into what you need to walk into for the next season. You're in a transitional phase. I say that to say the least. Okay? This is a transaction. This is a transition. You're being exposed to see this person for who they truly are so that you can make an informed decision to heal and to move on with your life. Because what's on the other side of this transition is much greater than what you've been dealing with in the past. One is not like the other. You about to get a real diamond when you've been settling for, a rhinestone. Yep. Whew. This is a lot. Let's go ahead and close this out and identify next steps, shall we? Now, as we talk about next steps, okay, and final outcomes, I say potential because I can't predict free will, right? I can only tell you what the energy is stating. And I definitely feel like once you start making the effort to really start moving on with your life, I think you're going to start seeing just how much this was damaging to your... This is where some of the delays in life were coming from, because you were misaligned with the wrong people in the wrong place in your life. All right, which is important. This is the important awareness that we're speaking to with this divine matrix. All right, you was caught up in your own decisions. Okay, now this is the detaching that I just referenced. Okay, you're going to realize just how much this person had a stronghold on you, and you were not willing to realize nor accept. You were in denial about how much this person had this stronghold on you. You were in a matrix. You were in a fog. You were not here. You were not clear cognizant. You settled. And it's only until you make the decision that you're going to move on with your life that you're going to come to realize just how much you were settling for and how little of effort this person gave you. Realizing this, you're going to go through a personal change and transformation. Okay? You're going to become a stronger person, a wiser person, because you're going to heal from all these past traumas and BS that this person here has taken you through. And not only are you going to heal from that, but it's going to prepare you. I can't say this enough. You are going through a metamorphosis period right now, where as soon as you leave this alone, and as soon as you heal and process, you're going to walk right into meeting your soulmate, who's going to give you this offer, who's going to give you this commitment, that's going to give you this fresh and new expectation of a new beginning that you've been waiting for all this time. It wasn't that your dreams were invalid. It wasn't that your dreams meant nothing. You were dreaming these things with the wrong person. It's like going shopping at Neiman Marcus when you only have a Nordstrom credit card. It ain't gonna work. Okay? That's exactly kind of like what this energy is feeling like to me. You had high hopes, dreams, and aspirations for somebody that was incapable of giving that to you because you were not aligned. And it wasn't that this person is incapable of doing this. They just didn't see themselves doing this with you. And I feel like they may have told you this, that they weren't looking for anything serious. They weren't looking for a relationship. I feel like it was some language like that being communicated to you, and I feel like you just didn't want to hear it. Okay? Uh-oh, a tree just fell. I don't know where that was, but I heard it. Sorry guys. This is the Three of Wands here. Okay, this is the Three of Wands. I don't know where it fell, but it definitely did fall. Anyway, with the Three of Wands, I feel like you're going to be indecisive about where to go and how to get there. It definitely feels as though sorry guys, that just disturbed me. I definitely feel as though this is where you're going to have to really be settled in your energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is really where you're going to have to be resolute about focusing on the things that really, truly matter to you. Okay? And not compromising what your dreams and aspirations are. Because again, I go back to you not being in alignment with this other person to begin with. I feel like your community of supporters, whether that be parents, sisters, siblings, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, your community of people have been communicating with you for quite some time and letting you know that this person is not a good person for you. But I feel like you also kept going against the grain, which is where we're talking about that surrendering, right? Refusing to acknowledge and accept that you can do so much better than what you've been settling for. And that's where you're going to start to embark upon that and knowing, you know, like, I'm not doing this ever again, you know? And you're going to be making a decision quick, fast, and in a hurry. This is the second time this energy has come up in this reading with this Eight of Wands. You're going to be making a decision to move forward quickly. And not only are you going to be making a decision to move forward quickly, but you are also going to be in position to transition into that soul. Like when this other person walks into your life, child, I promise you, everything gonna happen so fast. It's gonna happen so quickly. What's taking you years to accomplish with this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is going to take you months to accomplish with the other person, because the other person is going to be aligned with who you are. Okay? It's that alignment there. Now, once you have that mental clarity, ain't nothing gonna stop you. Ain't nothing gonna stop you from being able to do what you need to do and to walk into it. I definitely feel like it's time for you to make the decisions, the necessary decisions to free yourself and to heal yourself. And I know that is such a abrupt way of ending, but this is your reminder that you have power to decide what you will and will not tolerate, what you will and will not accept, what you're willing and not willing to play with. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this business. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and rocking out for the last hour or so. Definitely, if you appreciated this reading, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel and Mimi Lights here. You can always find other readings. I know this reading was a little bit all over the place, and I do apologize. That's just the way the energy came towards me. But if you're interested in doing a personal reading, you can always do so at this time at PiscesTarot.com. That's the only way I book readings. Remember, y'all, everybody is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So be kind, be patient, and be gentle with yourself and others. How people treat you is not your business, but how you respond is, okay? Leave a little bit of love everywhere you go. And until the next time, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.